Good morning, everyone. This is Drew with Allluvialll Adventures. I want to thank y'all for joining us on another episode of the channel. We're going to be all over the place today. We've got a little more construction to do. We're down here in the creek bottom this morning where we built the little old footbridge yesterday. We got some armadillos digging up, tearing up everything. They're not being bad. They are just being armadillos, but when I'm walking down here where I've walked for years, I'm not used to stepping in holes that the armadillo has dug, tipping all over everything. See, this one here, he's done got a big place there in the rain to run down that and wash my bank out, so probably gonna have to see about relocating the armadillo. But there's a lot of yellow leaves in the creek this morning. You know, fall's coming. That's always a good time of the year for most people. The cool temperatures and the change of the season just seems to make everybody feel better. I know it does me. But we would appreciate it if you guys would come along with us today and just go where we go and do what we do, and we'll try to explain as we go. We spent a few minutes this morning in the creek looking for that big old snake we saw yesterday. Of course, it's cool this morning, so I understand why we didn't see him. I guess I'm gonna have to put a trail camera there and see if I can't catch him coming out the sun, determine whether or not he's poisonous. And, you guys, like I said, we're gonna be all over the place, but we want y'all to hang with us and see what we get into today. So y'all stay tuned, and we'll try to make it fun. Well, I got Cairo, my bridge inspector. He seems to approve of the little old footbridge. I approve of it. It'd hold me, it'd hold anybody. Now I can get back and forth across the creek without having to put a whole lot of extra work in it. I bet that darn snake is right up there in that hole. We're gonna have to look for him today. Now we'll get us a trail camera up right here and just see what kind of wildlife we have on this side of the creek. That darn armadillo. You got a big hole there. Got a hole there for all that good rainwater to run in. He's just making a nuisance of himself. Gets a little thick up in there, but that's okay. Sunlight through the trees is awful pretty this morning. Guys, we got this little old poplar sapling we cut down during the course of this construction we're doing. I just want everybody to know we did not cut it down, and we're not going to waste it. I'm going to peel the bark off this, and I'm going to put it in the shed and let it dry. Probably going to let it dry for 9 or 10 months. We want it to be good and dry, and then I'm going to sand it off, make a spear shaft out of it. So you guys want to stay tuned for that. We'll see what kind of pretty artifact, cultural artifact we make out of it. Sometimes staying out of trouble is half the adventure. Not very exciting, washing out the back of the truck where you hauled the quail and they made a big mess, but at the end of the day, nobody smells a quail mess, and I don't get in trouble. So it's gonna be a good day. Hey guys, we got the little old poplar sapling. Got the bark stripped off of it for the most part. Now we're gonna put it in the shed and let it dry slowly, naturally, for about 6 months. And then we're gonna sand it off and put some urethane on it. Attach some kind of projectile point to it. See what it looks like. Okay guys, today for lunch we're gonna have some lobster tails, we're gonna have some deep sea scallops, some pineapple, pink glow. Also gonna have some mango, a little asparagus, a little bacon butter in it, garlic salt. On the lobster and scallops, we're going to put a little butter, garlic salt, lime juice based as it's cooking. Should turn out great. So you guys stay with us and we'll see how it works out. Okay guys, we're going to prep our asparagus first. We're going to put not a lot, just a little bit butter. Butter's always good. Little garlic salt. Couple pieces of bacon. We're going to fold this up into a pouch. And we're going to place that directly over the hot coals in the grill. Alright guys, we're going to create our based seafood seasoning. In the spirit of everything being tropical, we're going to use some non-refined cold pressed coconut oil. To that we're going to add maybe a half a stick of butter, something like that. And the juice of half a lime. Now we're going to melt that butter, mix all that up. That way we can prepare our seafood with it. Alright guys, we're going to do our scallops next. A little garlic salt. A couple of spoons of the butter based. Don't have to be a lot, we just want them to sit in it. A little more garlic salt. A little more of the butter based. And we just want a hint. We don't want to overpower the flavor of the scallop or the cooking method. We just want to accent it. There we go. Scallops are ready to go on the grill. Now we'll get our lobster prepped. Alright guys, we're going to prep our lobsters. Nothing fancy. Lobster tails you could get at about any grocery store anywhere in the world. We're going to start by cutting the bottom of the shell loose. We're going to take that all the way off. We want to peel that back. And then we want to pull the lobster tail meat with our thumb up out of the shell. The shell is going to make a very handy cooking vessel or utensil. We're going to pour some of the baste in there. The lime juice, coconut oil, garlic salt baste. We're going to return the lobster tail meat to its shell, where we will again add some of the baste. and that one is ready to go on the grill. So we're going to prep our pineapple and mango and get that ready to go, and we'll see you guys out there at the grill. Alright guys, got our mango cut up bite-sized chunks. We'll put it in our bowl. We're going to add our seasonings to the mango. Not that it needs any seasoning, but I'm quite fond of this. On to our mango, we're going to add a little bit of lime juice. Going to add a little bit of local honey. We're going to give it a good shake. We're going to put it in the refrigerator and let it chill till the seafood gets done. Guys, we're going to peel our pineapple. I know I've said it before. These little pink glow pineapples, and I'm sure they're probably not good for you some kind of way because they're genetically modified, and I agree with that. At the same time, they sure have a wonderful, unique taste. They're just good. Well, there you go, guys. Now we just got to let the grill work its magic, and we'll have a nice lunch. Well, my organizational skills ain't been worth a darn today. What we're gonna do, we're gonna cook this seafood. Since lobster or scallops is very delicate, we're gonna cook it over indirect heat to start with, and then if we want to put a char, like I like a little char flavor on those lobster shells, we're gonna move it right onto the heat to finish it. And of course the asparagus is going in there to begin with. So I'm gonna get my grates set, let them get hot while I brush them off and get them clean. And we'll get that food on the heat. Alright guys, here goes the asparagus and bacon. Just gonna cook right over direct heat. Shouldn't take it long, asparagus is tender anyway. Now we're going up here on the upper rack with the lobster tails. like so. Put the thick end closer to the heat. Same thing with the scallops. Just gonna leave them on that foil. We want them to cook nice and slow, and we'll check back on them shortly. Now guys, today, since all the flavors of this stuff are very, very delicate, I'm not gonna add any smoke. I'm just gonna let them, what little flavor they get from the charcoal is what it's gonna have. Man, those lobster tails look yummy. So do the scallops. Now we'll let them get done, drop them down there on the direct heat and put a little char on them, and we are gonna have a fantastic lunch. Alright guys, we'll let all this cook. Like I say, we're going to put them right down on the direct heat for a few minutes. Let them finish. We'll go eat lunch. Y'all just bear with me, I'm struggling. That little bit of garlic, lime juice, spicy garlic butter we reserved, we're going to now finish topping off our seafood with that. May save just a little bit in case we want to dip it. It's always a good thing. The bacon asparagus turned out really well, right over the fire. And then we've got our mango and honey and fresh pineapple. Be a real light lunch, a little tropical flair. Should be really tasty. So we'll get us a plate fixed and we'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, we took a little break from all the construction work we got going on outside to fix us a little bit of lunch. We got some grilled lobster, grilled deep sea scallops, got some mango with honey, fresh pineapple, got some asparagus we cooked right over the hot coals, a little garlic, little lime juice, a little butter. Should be tasty, but I am excited to try the lobster. We're going to get a bite of that, still tender. Y'all, that is so good. Grilled lobster is one of my favorite seafoods. Not because it's expensive, not because of any thing that is attached to it, social standing in any kind of way. I like it just because my taste buds tell me it's good. So we appreciate you guys keeping up with us so far. And we're going to keep moving after we eat and see what the day brings. So y'all stay with us. Well guys, me and Miss Beth, we got all that work done around the house that we wanted to do. We had a few hours of daylight. We decided we'll go catch us a few fish, cook those for supper. So y'all stay with us, see how that turned out too. All right, when it comes tight, pour it to him. Just straight up. You're good.
You ready?
Quit pulling on it and hook him.
Go ahead, pull it.
Yeah. We got to have a little talk about that unnecessary tension. I'm guessing that's where a lot of your bass hookups go. When you pull on it and pull on it 5 or 6 times to see if he's actually got it, he lets it go, hon. You can't do that. He taking drag?
Nope. Big old pole. Kind of cumbersome.
Well, I hate it, but that's what it takes to get out there in the strike zone, or the kill zone, whatever you want to call it. Oops, sorry guys.
Maybe he's about the same size as the other one. He's fighting pretty good.
Looks like a big old male channel cat. Oh yeah, good fish. That's the biggest one hit so far.
Yeah.
Dang, hon, you wearing them out.
Good deal. Yeah, he is a good one. Good catfish.
And normally I don't do this, but I love whole fried fish, and these little old small ones will be at just right to fit in the frying pan. So we're gonna skin them, keep them whole, and probably see them here before long with some French fries and hush puppies. And yes, y'all can go ahead and remind me ahead of time why I should have had some catfish skinners, but I don't. I didn't take the time to go get them. had an accident. Catfish skinners one time 20 or so years ago. Ended up with about 11 stitches. And you thought you could do that with catfish skinners, but you can't. Alright guys, we've got those. Look how pretty that is. Man, that's gonna be good. Guys, got some of them catfish Miss Beth caught. And we're gonna, as you can see, we're gonna cook them whole. I love the small ones fried whole. They're just better to me like that. There's a little cornmeal and salt and pepper. You got some potato wedges. We're gonna have us some cheese grits, because that's always good with fish and fries, and some hush puppies and coleslaw, and just in case we want some lemon. So we're gonna throw this good old-fashioned country fish fry together, and you guys come along with us. We got those three ready to go in the hot oil when the time comes. Guys, all the fries are floating. They're done. Now we can swap fries for catfish. Ain't that pretty? Man, look at that. Alright guys, our first 3 fiddlers are done. And that is so pretty. We've got 2 more we've got to cook. Baptize them right quick. Now guys, my girlfriend mentioned to me that I didn't score those fish before I cooked them. And I'm not, a lot of people do it, especially in the restaurant trade. It allows the fish to cook quicker. But I don't score my fish. I'm not in a hurry. I've got the temperature on my grease right, so I'm going to let them cook as long as I need to for them to get done. In my opinion, they don't dry out as bad. The fish stays moist and flaky. Say nothing wrong with scoring. A lot of people do it. I just don't. It's not my preferred method. Alright guys, we're going to cook our hush puppies. I always dip my hush puppy spoon in a little bit of water in between every scoop of batter. It helps the hush puppy release into the grease. Alright guys, we're going to remove the big skillet off the heat and we're going to make us some cheese grits. Alright guys, I'm just going to play this by ear. I've been cooking cheese grits a pretty good while, so I got an idea about how many I'll need. Just right. And as my grits, as they progress, I'm going to add butter to them because I like my cheese grits to be a little creamy. So we're gonna add some butter, and when they get done, we're gonna dump the cheese grits. Those grits are starting to get thick. I stir mine continually while they're cooking, that way they don't stick to the pot. Also helps release some of the moisture. Alright guys, we're going to add some extra sharp cheddar cheese. Incorporate that into our grits. Thick, creamy cheese grits. Fried catfish, hush puppies, French fries, coleslaw. We'll see you guys when we get our plates made. Alright guys, we've got everything done. We got our fries, we got our hush puppies, we got our lemon wedges, coleslaw, cheese grits. Last but not least, the catfish. Fun to catch, fun to cook, wonderful to eat. Guys, that is absolutely delicious. Delicious. Thank y'all once again for joining us on another episode of Allluvialll Adventures. Thank you to all my subscribers. I appreciate everything y'all do for the channel. It means the world to me. All your comments, your feedback, I appreciate it greatly. Please be sure to tell all your friends. Get everybody to subscribe. Once again, thank you to the ones that have. We appreciate you guys tagging along with us, and we will see y'all on the next one. Too many bones for you. Hmm?